We're gonna talk to some people, gonna have a lot of fun. We're gonna talk to some people, gonna learn a lot of stuff. We're gonna talk to some people. We interrupt this broadcast for a special announcement from the Lesbian Army Radio.
We're back. We're back into it. Welcome back to this is the part 2 of the Ultimatum Queer Love recap with Kristin and Nicole, part of Lesbian Army Radio, which hijacked the Kristin Knows Blank podcast. It was so important. We had to take over my own podcast to talk about this. And where we left off, if you're watching, you're a little late to the party, as I was, but if you're watching the Queer Ultimatum now and you've made it past episodes 1, 2, and 3, that's where we are right now.
Where we are.
Our characters, they have met each other. They know the stakes. They got to date around for a week. They picked their boo. And then we all got surprised by some of the picks. But now this is the part in the episode where, as we're watching at home, I think it got real for me. Because you're like, oh, here's what I would do is like, I would flirt with so-and-so or whatever. And it's like, we're pretend broken up and look at us. We're just here for fun. And now you and a stranger walk into a apartment together with some of your clothes from home. And you will be with that stranger in one bedroom for 3 weeks.
I agree. It became so real for me. I was like, what? So what are these? They just agree. Okay. So they agreed to cheat on their love. They're okay. So it's just for reality TV. And then you're like, wait, hold on a second. What are they do? They're genuinely cohabitating. And then sometimes I don't like when they real quick will refer to their ex-girlfriends.
As your
and
ex.
They'll be like, yeah, you're like, whoa. You broke up 3 days ago.
Yeah.
That's not even lesbian protocol.
Last night you probably kissed each other goodbye. Yeah.
You for sure kissed each other goodbye.
And here you walk in and everybody, and so you get to see everybody's personalities, like how they cope with uncomfortability. And some of them are just like super like, I'm cool. I do this every day, every single day. I just like, I think AJ and Mel maybe just like this is the easiest thing in the world to me to be in a 1-bedroom apartment with a stranger lady.
That's such hot people behavior. They were like, oh, I have a new wife in 3 weeks. Duh, I do. Of course I do. Even they're like, so
yeah. Well, then some good questions got asked, which I'm going to ask you. I think AJ and Marie first started talking about shoes on, shoes off. What do you eat for breakfast and when do you shower? I think that was an important first conversation to have. Shoes on, shoes off is a great question right off the bat. Great icebreaker.
I'm
just going to guess about you that you're shoes on.
If you on a first date asked me shoes on or shoes off, I'd be like, outer space, 50% chance you come back. What do you do? It shoes on, shoes off. That's so trivial. We'll figure that out as we go. Tell me about if you think we should be on Mars.
God. You asked me about Mars before shoes on, shoes off. Like if a girl like Molly was a shoes off house, and I found that so hot because I'm like, I didn't even think that was an option. This is going back way. I used to be a dirtbag. I used to smoke cigarettes in my home. Like I grew up in Texas. And so until 15 years ago, I was just like, crack a Budweiser and smoke a pack of cigarettes.
You smoke inside.
You smoke inside. You're inside. My house is a bowling alley.
Bowling
shoes on or off. And so when Molly was like, oh, shoes off, please. I'm like, ooh. So I probably can't smoke in here, right?
I got to take my shoes off. I cannot light up.
I thought it was so hot that she had boundaries. Okay, so AJ shoes off. They asked about what they wanted for breakfast. Then Bridget comes in. Was it Bridget? No, it was Pilar. Pilar had the best question. And that was, how are we supposed to poo with a stranger in the apartment? Is this something that would have occurred to you, or were you just been like, let's roll with it and figure it out as we go, like shoes in Mars?
I don't really go to the bathroom so much as I suddenly need to use the restroom so bad. So everybody who's ever seen me knows that they've seen me be like, that was a close call. Maybe too many times than they should have, but
you just go from zero to shit my pants.
I'm like a kid. You just see me walk around and then you'll just see me grab my pants and I'm like, uh-oh.
That's such a dude thing to do. Guys are like that. Guys are just like, oh, I gotta go or else I'm gonna grab my pants. I'm like, how can you not hold it?
I'm thinking about other stuff until the moment when it becomes the most important thing to me.
That's what it is. I had a whole theory. I walked around Brandy Carlisle's Girls Just Want a Weekend one night asking people if men's buttholes were in a different place than women's buttholes. Because I think Morgan, my niece, you know her, convinced me that boy buttholes are in a different place. And that's why they almost poop themselves every time. They just can't hold it. And now I've learned that she was messing with me. And so I've asked so many strange lesbians about men's buttholes. And if you're listening right now, please, if you have any information on whether or not a man's butthole is in a different place than a woman's butthole, and that's why they always think they're about to poop their pants, I would really like to know this. And then I would secretly think that Nicole Melnyk may be a man.
I go, no, my butthole's in the same spot as everyone else's.
It's at the nape of my neck, just like a normal human. Speaking of aliens, so I feel like I don't remember why I'm going to start talking about Kyle again. Kyle's one of my favorite things about the show. And I feel like I'm very derogatory towards them, but I am so similar to Kyle that I feel like I can get away with it. Because I'm like, we're very similar, awkward people. And the fact that she, I think, like, for one thing, slept in the same bed as Pilar on night one, I thought was like a very brave, bold step. But then when I found out later, that they spooned on night one, I'm like, who is so Kyle?
I think if you don't spoon on day one, you're a liar.
I don't know that I would spoon a strange person.
Bullshit,
it's been a week, man. Am I going to spoon somebody on night one? I mean,
literally, spooning is the most lesbian way a date.
It's so intimate.
But you've just connected with this person for a magical evening, and then you're like, is this worth it? Yeah, you're spooning. But also I think that Kyle is playing the long game I think Kyle played the long game to win Bridget. I do think
Kyle was always thinking about Bridgeting. Yeah.
She will be like, oh, I just don't know if we should even really maybe even share that much about each other.
She did. Like, she was always like, hey, I will have to leave this apartment some point. And some of them got lost in the moment. They really got lost in that apartment. And a couple reasons. Okay. So Kyle and Pilar, they're having their conversation about where they can poo. AJ and Marie are talking about breakfast and shoes. And then Dana and Haley, their conversation night one, Dana goes, no, as Haley goes, no, Megan. Was it Megan?
No, it was
Megan,
Haley and Megan.
Yeah, and Megan goes, are we going to have sex? And that was also a great question to ask, but how bold? She's like, what do you think about, like, how physical are you willing to get? And Haley's like, it just depends on the vibe. And you're like, don't do it. Like, they both knew. Plus, they had their opening interview in bed.
Yeah.
Yeah, the two couples that had their opening interviews were both I
kept track of everyone or what episode everyone like hooked up. I felt like that was important, and it felt when I was watching it, I was comparing it to the Lesbian Playbook, and honestly, all the plays were in there. It really felt very on par with what I've seen of our people, Kristin. And comment section, if you disagree, stand up for yourselves. Be brave.
Stand up for yourselves. Be brave. Yeah, we want to hear. These are just our opinions, and we are not smart people.
I think though Haley and Megan mess with me because Megan goes, I just have like a lot of familial trauma, and then Haley's like, oh my gosh, that is so sad. But then if you flash back to 10 years of Pilar's familial trauma, you're like, does Haley just have a type? Is that like?
That is very true.
Haley, defend yourself in the comments. You know what I mean? You like, she was like, hey, what is your relationship with your parents? And Bridget went, I don't know, fine. She went, boring. Kyle, what's it like? Met Kyle's mom, beautiful angel. Haley has a type. That it felt,
Whoa, you just blew my mind.
I'm saying, I don't think that relationship is as wholesome as we thought.
Trauma bonders.
Yeah.
I mean, I think wholesome or unwholesome, we tend to like attract the same types of people over and over again in our lives.
Yeah.
Like, there's a reason like why we find each other. You know, I'm a hot mess and Molly's not. And for some reason she's attracted to hot messes. And I like girls that seem to like, they look like they have their shit together.
You know, I love girls that have their shit together.
Oh my God. Can't wait to take your shoes off in my house. Oh, do you have a job? Oh, you have a savings account. Oh.
I go, look at me, baby. I'm taking my shoes off inside. Isn't that so cool? And they're like, yeah.
When the bar's that low, like the first time I got a bank account, Molly was like, good for you. I'm like, yeah. Yeah, I'm 29 years old with a checking account now.
Isn't that awesome? I can't access my savings account unless I fill out a deposit slip, but maybe one day.
Well, this show also showed like these are young people and the bars seem to be very low because in that first week, if you notice what people like appreciate about each other, it's like, oh my God, you got me a fork. I'm like, that was it. And now you're in love. Like, oh, remember you put a tea next to my bed. Like that's so little.
That's so specifically. I know I noticed it with AJ and Marie, and then with Brittany, or with Brittany and Marita, where Marita was like, "You remembered my name." It's like it felt like such a low bar.
You're not just playing pool at me. You didn't just drink a beer in the corner while I sat here, told you it was my birthday and I wanted flowers. And you were like, I don't know, I got a beer. Yeah. Oh, I did notice that immediately, Brittany and Marita, when they were like on night one, they were just like, I'm so glad we're doing this together. And I remember you saying you wanted to be romantic. So I'm thinking of a million romantic things I'm going to do for you. I was like, oh my God, they do belong together.
That's how easy it is. That's how easy it is.
I bet they're best friends to this day.
I think, I would love to see I think I follow Brittany and Marita on Instagram. I blocked Mel.
You don't even know her. Like a blocked Mel immediately. Blocked her, stole her bandanas and blocked her. Oh my God.
But yeah, I think they all hang out.
There's some music cues throughout the show that I really picked up on. I thought that I don't know where they found all these songs that just oddly happened to fit exactly the moment
perfectly. Like
the first night, they're all like, "I like it's nice to meet you, get to know you," and they like are falling asleep, looking each other eyes, and music's like, "I push on you today, just today, because we just met on a reality show."
For one second, I believe that the producer's AI lesbian song for meeting someone in bed together for the first time after 2 weeks.
I thought the same thing. This is AI music, and they were like, come up with a song about a couple that just met a week ago, and they're spending their first night together. When I met you on that dating show. Yeah, it really.
Wait, but then also, this is just me. I watched it on 1.50 speed. And just for me, and then when the Chapel Road song came out, it was like H-O-T-T-O-G-O, like it was so funny.
Is it my luck, or do you have a food truck? Wait, this is too specific. How did you even know?
Their names are in all. Yeah, it felt like AI music. Or honestly, if you produce the music in that, come in the comment section. I'm so good at YouTube, Kristin.
If you produced a song for that show and you are a real human being and can pass a CAPTCHA test, please comment. Yes, if you can pick out all the bridges in a picture. Another highlight for me was when the pets were introduced.
Wait, there's an episode.
I love that I can hear your notes, and I feel like you've written them on paper that you tear out of a spiral. Oh my God.
They're numbered because I lost track of them.
And then you wadded them up and you put them into a work apron and then you brought them out.
In what episode?
Like ASMR.
It's ASMR for people who are not organized.
Oh my God, I love this.
Ashley goes, Brittany, do you like my dog more than me? And then Brittany was like, no comment. You're like, she likes the dog better than you.
I'll like any dog better than the person. Ever.
Also that, Ashley was at a disadvantage if she wasn't already boring.
And there's a dog. I mean, but her dog made her better, I think. More likable. Wait. I mean, not that she's not likable. Ashley, you're great. I'm sure we would hang out. You're wonderful. You were just quiet on this show. And therefore, when we're looking for things to pick apart, it's easy to pick the person in the corner with a pool cue.
Doing nothing,
saying, I just don't know how much more you want from me than
I don't know. You offer me.
Feel loved because I am busy.
I'm loving you with my thoughts. What else is there?
Right. So so the pets come in. We got some cats. We got a dog. The dog played an important role in AJ and Marie's story. In just a minute, we're gonna get to that. I'm trying to think. Everybody.
I was gonna ask you when we get to that. Yeah. But also Brittany and AJ shouts to they were talking about the WNBA. Did you catch that?
Wait, talk
they
about
were
what
talking
they
about
say.
they were talking about the Valkyries. They were talking about the
They did talk about
new.
the Valkyries.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I was like, and then that's cool.
Yeah, I love the
That's
WNBA.
awesome.
Well, I mean, of course,
Yeah.
the lesbians are going to talk about some lesbian shit.
I like wasn't listening. I'm like, what are their names again? Oh, no!
Valkyries.
Yay.
Yeah. Oh,
Valkyries.
what a fun team.
So fun.
So fun.
But then,
so fun.
yeah.
Kate Martin. And Kate Martin played for the Valkyries.
Kate Martin.
I'm a martini. If she doesn't play for the Valkyries, people are like, no, you're not. You don't even know what team she plays for. I'm like, well, she was with the Aces. I think she went to the Valkyries.
She's all over.
Haley and Dana, night one, I believe it was night one, was the conversation. Do you think we could have a connection that put things at stake? Like, do you think this could be so serious that things get out of control? Maybe that's after night one. That's in the first week of their dating, though. They're like, could this get so serious that like it makes you question your relationship? And these are the conversations. If I did like let go in this, I mean, all I would want to do is talk about like, well, now we're gonna get married. We're gonna spend the rest of our lives together, and we should get some rings. And you're my boo now, and my old wife is dead to me. I don't know how to have multiple feelings. I can't multitask feelings.
They go, oh, I'm in love with two women at the same time. You're like, I would rather throw myself off a bridge.
Yeah. Yep. Anything but this. Can't do that. I can compartmentalize real well.
I don't have this in me. But
can I just pick the dog? Can I just live with the dog for a week? Can that be my trial wife?
Okay, but also can I just say from an animal caretaking perspective, you don't gotta board your dogs. Give them with your grandma. She's gonna fly out and come see you anyway. Then you can visit the dogs then.
You don't think the dog should get to have its 15 minutes of fame?
Okay, actually, now I thought about it, the dogs should get their own season. I feel
like every house should have emotional support pets to help these people through this incredibly, incredibly traumatic experience.
I'm actually back in. Back in.
Okay. Let's see. Megan woke up and rapped. If we all forgot the rap, it's better girl that her name was Haley, just a wicked girl would date me. All she does is educate me. Stole your girl, now you hate me. Best rap I've ever heard.
Best
Move over
rap
Eminem.
Ever.
And
Detroit Megan's from Detroit.
Of course. That's where she got it.
That's how we all learned to rap.
Haley's reaction was that's why I knew they would probably smoosh, because you're either on board for that or you were not, and she was on board. But as a person that likes to like if you're in the moment, you're coming in. If she spent all night long writing it, then that's a shame. If she made it up in the moment, I do understand sometimes reaching for rhymes can be difficult. But if she was like, I've been working on this for a week and a half and I came up with it,
she better have thought of it on the spot.
If she came up with it on the spot, then
better have.
It had a lot of charisma, and I can't
even
even shit on Megan. I liked her so much. I feel like Megan. At a barbecue, we would have a really good time, and I'm a fan of an undercut.
Dude, wait, we didn't even talk about how Mel cooks for Dana, and she made truffle, and then she goes, I don't even like truffle. I just thought you would, and then she goes, what if I didn't like truffle? Like, that's what you were talking about last episode about fake romance.
Right.
Like, you just wanted to show her you could cook. You didn't give a What if she was allergic to truffle? What if you killed her in the second episode?
Yeah. Yeah. All these things. And we don't know this until later, but these Brussels sprouts have some real significance within Mel and Marie's relationship. Apparently,
that's right.
Those are sacred Brussels sprouts. It's been like,
sacred.
Don't make these truffle Brussels for anybody but me. And like day one or day two, she whips out the truffle Brussels almost just to be like, yeah.
I'm telling you, it's F-boy shit.
And
I'm telling you.
Hate truffle.
Dana. I believe that Dana did not enjoy that truffle. She said that it tastes. She said it tastes exactly how it smelled, and she thought it would taste. That means like
if someone said that to you after they just performed a sexual service on you, oh, it tastes just like it smelled, you would not think they had a wonderful time. That's not a compliment. It means like, I have to say something about this experience.
You tried.
I guess some people like it. Yeah.
Couldn't be me. I'd be like, ew, yucky. I know. No. Do you have any chicken tenders?
No, thank you. Do you have any chicken tendies? Yeah.
But to that, I remember that part specifically.
That was an important part. It had a lot to
It was
do
for me,
with the
yeah.
whole episode. Meanwhile, our sweet, sweet Brittany is having a very hard time with this whole experience, even though she had Marita and they're BFFing. And I think because they were BFFs, she was given the space to process some emotions. Maybe. Yeah.
I agree. I
Okay.
agree. I think Brittany is the only one who's maybe gonna get better from this show, because she really got to be like, no, AJ, you don't understand. Marita, who does not love me, who only wanted to be on TV for all the same reasons we did, and she showed up.
Yeah. Yeah. Marita
So
showed up every single day.
for no reason.
And then yeah. Yeah. No reason.
I think that's just such a kindness that they afforded each other. I think that Marita and Brittany I think they're my 3-heart couple.
You know what?
All the other couples have different hearts, but
Marita
they're my 4-heart couple.
And Ashley, even though I called them Dumb and Dumber because they come across as simple, but
yeah,
when it comes to emotions, both of them throughout this show really did express like a deep like understanding of feeling. Like even like later when Ashley's like dealing with the fact that that's just like not her language is romance.
Yeah.
And she'd be like, I don't think I'm the right person for you. Instead of just being like, you're broken, which I think happens in a lot of relationships. You're like, well, if you can't give me what I need, you're broken. Instead of just like, oh, maybe we're not compatible.
She understands it. Yeah, I did appreciate that about her a lot.
So there's 2 couples right now that had a hiccup not a hiccup, but like Brittany's breaking down. And so what Brittany does is Brittany calls AJ around the same time. Mel and Dana are hanging out by the pool and Megan comes out and Dana's just like, I've never met this woman in my life. And so in one time, an ex reaches out to their ex like, hey, I'm spiraling. And AJ takes her shoes from the front door and puts them on and runs to her girl and is like, I got you.
Mm-hmm.
And in the other one pretends like we're not dating at all.
Like we don't even know each other.
Yeah, I am no longer your support system. And we see what happens as a result. And so I thought that was interesting. We did not see what happened with AJ and Brittany, but I'm sure it was just some reassurances like, I got you, I'm here forever, like whatever they needed.
That's so funny that you clocked that, because I think they wanted to reality TV make it seem salacious, but then you're like, they're lesbians. They literally talked for 2 hours. They literally processed.
They cried.
So many of their feelings.
They probably went to a restaurant and
fell
cried
asleep
together.
filming it.
Yeah.
Oh,
dude, Molly had some insight in that. She's like, shows are not made with the same budget they used to be made with. They cannot afford to film around the clock anymore. So now a lot of times they're just like, well, will you just go ahead and tell us what you did yesterday? Because we couldn't afford a crew. Yeah.
I bet if I was a producer, I'd go, no, because we know what happened anyways. We just like think it'd be cooler for the TV show, but I didn't film any of it.
I'm so curious, like when they eventually, well, okay, we'll get there in a second. I'm like, I want to know if those sex noises are real or not.
I don't think so, because I feel like in season 1, I saw a TikTok of like Justice for Ray, but like they like added a noise, and then in like a finale episode or maybe a post finale episode, she goes, that wasn't what happened. They used other noises. I don't know if maybe if they go, well, it's still your noise, but we can add it later.
They just made it seem like the door's closed. And so like maybe I'm like struggling to put on boots. Like,
I think I read the Hunger Games. Yeah. It's so funny if they're just
boots are so
soup.
hard. Yeah.
And then it's like, this soup is so good. They go, cut that.
Take a good pee.
Yeah. They leave the pee noise in though, because that's pretty cool.
Wait a minute. Speaking of peeing, we're pretty early in the show when Dana's in the bathroom, like putting on her makeup. Mel's like, I gotta pee. And she's like, do you want me to get out? And she's like, no, I want you to stay. I was like, gross.
I don't even like brushing my teeth with my girl in the room. I'm not peeing in front of a stranger day one. Even week one.
You're just such an enigma of a person. You're like, you can leave your shoes on, you can stand on my bed, but do not come in while I'm brushing my teeth.
Don't
poop my pants. Oh, okay.
So funny.
So Brittany calls AJ. AJ goes to Brittany, and we only see when they go home, like late in the night. And this is where the dog comes in, because AJ tries to sneak in at like 1 a.m, and the dog just like, she's like,
caught.
You're gonna wake up, Marie.
Caught.
You woke up the whole building. And Marie's like, I've been up because your damn dog didn't know where you were. Yeah.
Your dog, but I had to take your dog out twice because he didn't know where you were and he kept whining. So, but no, I've been up the whole time. I'm glad you're back.
You can't sneak out of a 1-bedroom.
You literally cannot sneak out. Also, I believe that the producers probably planted little dog treats outside of the door to make sure they stayed wild all night.
We make sure Marie wakes up. Could somebody pound on the door?
Hey,
could we?
Somebody... Let's do construction in the room next to theirs just to really make sure no one sleeps in it.
So AJ comes back, and before this, I guess it was looking like AJ and Marie like had some chemistry. Like they seemed kind of vibey, and that was the moment when that stopped forever on the show.
Forever.
They never ever got back any sense of this magic bubble that they're in. Like, because a couple couples had a little bubble, and when the moment they burst, you cannot create this bubble again, because you're like, what the hell was I thinking? I'm on a show with a stranger, and they just betrayed me. Yeah,
literally.
Yeah, because I guess you're very alone in that situation, because you're like, the only person you have to turn to is the person that you're in this, because your boo is out there doing God knows what. You're in here watching some stranger's dog who you thought had a crush on you until this moment where you're like, oh shit, now and so she's all alone now with no one to talk to. Her food truck drove away. Make a Brussels for someone else.
The way that it's so, because I go, you're getting played by AJ, and then AJ played, and then I go, you sweet thing. I wanted it to be you.
And AJ had just said, like, when they were getting together, I'm so glad we're in it together. I will do. And like, it's like my biggest pet peeve, whether it's business or personal, is people that overpromise and underdeliver. Do not tell me what I want to hear, because I actually keep receipts. Just be genuine, be flawed, and I'm cool with it. And you just tell me, like, I tried. I'm like, cool, I'll give a mile if you give an inch. But when you assure me I am the best, I am your person, I will never, and then you do, why did you tell me in the first place? Like, you're done. You're done.
Yeah.
Melnyk.
That's what I felt it. I genuinely, in my little audience of reality TV brain, I went, AJ will get Marie back. And then Marie was like, no. And I was like, oh my God.
Marie's not the like she's not the character I thought she was.
What's
just
her
like
zodiac sign?
Marie's zodiac sign. I gotta look it up.
Scorpio or a Leo?
No, we're gonna have to look it up.
We gotta look it up. Marie from Queer Ultimatum. How do you Google that? Do you just Google it?
Queer Ultimatum. If there's a Netflix page that has everything you ever wanted to know, it's just like,
oh yeah, you sent me that. It's so funny.
Oh man, but I gotta find the article again. Okay, man, you asked me a question I didn't have pulled up. Okay, let's see.
I keep you on your toes. Also, it's so funny because it was Marie's world falling apart, and then Marita was like, "Oh, Brittany finds peace," like, just because their relationship is so fundamentally adorable.
Yeah,
there was no cut to Marita
being
a
Virgo.
Like,
she's a Virgo.
Ooh,
the Virgin. Yeah, she's a Virgo.
Ooh,
which so sweet, so kind, so supportive, but also they're not doormats though.
They're not.
Yeah,
I think
she had a backbone.
I liked that because I definitely was anti AJ and whatever. AJ, I have a list of my favorite characters, and AJ went from being at the number 12 to working her way to the almost middle. Yeah. It's very interesting. I really felt for AJ but I felt like
she showed up for Brittany. That's why you like her, because she showed up for Brittany when Brittany needed her.
I do.
Yeah, you were just like, oh, because I was like, oh, she's a player. She's just in it for her ego. But then when the chips were down, she was loyal to the person that she had said she was going to be loyal to. Yeah. She confessed it in the morning, or at least how they made it look. It was morning time. She was like, Marie was still in her blanket or whatever at her hair. It was, and AJ was like, I did see Brittany twice. So I felt like they were kind of spinning, but yeah, I felt like that was noble. I felt like that was Yeah, and she did like anytime after that, Marie needed to process her relationship with Mel, and she talked about it
Yeah.
at length. And AJ sat there and listened and listened. And that is not easy to do when you don't really know this person that well and you don't owe them that. That's a lot of listening
And
to
it's
have
your
to do. As an
wife.
audience member, I was like, I want to fast forward. No offense, because I know she's got issues, but I could just skip this part.
You watch at 1.5?
You start, let's just, so what happened was when I was a little kid, my mom was oops. Okay. So there's two couples where the bubble burst, and the second one was Kyle and Pilar, because I feel like they were vibing, they were snuggling, they were getting very close, their walls were coming down, and then Pilar stuck her tongue in Kyle's
kissed
mouth.
Kyle when Kyle didn't want to be kissed necessarily. I do think a little bit, they talk about it a little bit on the show. Kyle will be like, you're making me seem bad. Well, I feel like Kyle is like the tale of like, is a little bit too concerned with how they appear.
Sure.
But I do think that Kyle is playing the long game to win Bridget. Because she literally was like, I don't want to do anything. I don't. And it's like, we can cuddle because we should be in this moment. But the idea of having to make love in order to be close,
those are the options.
Intimacy, yeah, it doesn't. Kyle's like, I don't know necessarily that we have to do all that. Because I gotta learn that whether I do or do not want to marry Bridget. Pilar,
it does,
weirdo.
For like, I think a lot of couples that going into this, like the idea of like, if you get physical with them, I don't know if I can come back from it. I'm sure a lot of them had that conversation, and some of them were like, I want to jump in with both feet. We're here. And so it is an interesting, like, could you deal with it and could you not in that moment? But I think Kyle like preemptively was going, we don't do that. Yeah.
But it's the funniest is when somebody said yes and somebody said no, and then the person who said no hooks up. But it's the most responsible is when they go, we probably shouldn't. And then, but I felt like Bridget kind of got in this. She goes, I don't want to get married, and also maybe if we did hook up with other people, that'd be cool. And Kyle was like, what? Okay.
Yeah, that is weird. That like I feel like maybe Kyle shouldn't have felt so guilty
I feel like Kyle gave the ultimatum of marriage, and then Bridget went, fine, then we're going on a reality TV show, and then they shook on it. Like, I think that's what happened.
Yeah, and man, I wish I would have loved to seen how the kiss went down, how long it went, how intense it was, like,
because Kyle says that she didn't want it necessarily, and Pilar says you were giving me signals all night, and there is a lot of nonverbal verbals, but also consent is real and is a thing that can be sort of retracted at any time.
Kyle also said she kissed her back, so there was some like they made out, like one may have initiated it, but you went there because you're in a bubble, and then when the moment was over, that's what burst their bubble, and they never got it back because reality hit. Like, there are consequences. Two other couples did not think about the bubble bursting at all. They let their bubble go to the very last minute, and that of course was Megan and Haley and Dana and Mel, the two couples that went into it like the most jealous are the ones that got the most physical, and then they just like dominoed each other. Yeah.
Mel and Dana kissed at episode 5, I believe, or episode 4, like very early on.
The balcony kiss, right? With the booty touch.
Yeah.
And it seemed like so tonguey if that was their first kiss. I mean,
were
just
going at it. Yeah. Fully.
But they'd had that moment when they were like hanging out in the pool, and Megan came up and Dana didn't say hey to her. And I think that might have fueled Megan being like, Haley, you're my wife now. Let's go boob smash.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I definitely felt that. Also, there was
I think that opened the door for her mind to be like, I'm going to jump in with both feet because my boo is obviously doing things.
I agree.
Yeah.
I felt like, I never, even when Dana and Mel were just like even trying to be romantic, they would like disagree. Like, Dana was like, do you think maybe you don't want kids? And maybe you just like to think maybe you don't, and then maybe that would change. And then Mel was like, "You're being toxic because you're like telling me what I don't want." And you're like, calm down. This is your new wife. Let her figure out who you are.
Yeah.
And so I didn't, but so I think sometimes they trust the process too much. And then sometimes they should maybe not. I don't know.
They did act like an old married couple from the beginning. They were just like, we just fight. That's what we love. We just love to pick on each other and to tell each other how, like I think they like the idea of like they see me in a way nobody else sees you. It's like, well, because that is a crazy way. Like they neg each other. Like, yeah.
I don't like it.
I don't like that either. It's not healthy. But
that's what I'm saying. It felt not healthy. But then there was this cute part.
But for 3 weeks just to have a smoosh buddy. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Toxic is very hot. Yeah.
I nicknamed them toxic Barbies. It's like a set. It's like a 2-pack toxic Barbie.
Toxic Barbie food truck. Toxic Barbie.
It comes with a food truck. It used to come with a little car, but
one comes with a food truck. The other comes with boobs. Is she the one that walked through the room with her boobs out?
Yes. Yeah. And then Mel went running.
Moment. What a great moment. There was, because I liked Mel's reaction at first, going, whoa, you did the camera. And then,
yeah. Oh, I love it. I love it. But there was a part when Marita and Brittany were in bed, and it must have been, because they never have any problems. So who knows when in their timeline it actually was. But Marita, they like finished processing, and then Marita goes, "Do you want to watch Norbit now?"
That Molly and I tracked that too. We laughed so hard. That was one of our first date movies. It was one of our first date movies. It's the fact that both of them were like, yes,
we're obviously watching Norbit.
Yeah. And I think it wasn't the first time they'd watched it together.
It wasn't the first time.
It's like their movie.
It's their movie.
That's hilarious. Oh my God. What if we had found wives on the show that like Buffy the Vampire Slayer?
That's what
I wouldn't have had to have sex with anybody. I would have been like, just like, keep your shirt on. We're just gonna watch Tabula Rasa.
We don't even have to.
Yeah.
I'll know how much you want to be my wife by how into this show you get. That's just the program is 6 episodes and then women drop off, and then whoever's left we get to marry.
Whoever makes it through all 7 seasons. Yeah.
All 144 episodes.
Oh my God. That's amazing. Let's see. There's a pottery scene.
The
we haven't talked
scene
about Bridget and Ashley a lot lately.
Bridget, dude, in my notes I go the 15 seconds that Bridget and Ashley are allowed to have on screen.
Yeah, but they had what did they do the whole time? Bridget, why didn't they show them? Like, how boring can you be to not be? There's only 6 couples and you have no airtime. What did you do? Were they always on the toilet? Like, what happened in that room?
Also, in my opinion, Bridget was slinging hella riffs. She was like, you got to get it wet, put your fingers in it. And then I should be like, oh, yeah. Like, full. And then she did the Patrick Swayze ghost behind her thing. Like, come on. They deserve more screen time. But
they deserve more screen time. And they deserve better music. They should have put some music cues in there. Just like, yeah.
They should have. Yeah, it felt like they didn't want us to like them. And maybe that's
today you were boring. Today you're making the bowl. Like something, that really fit the moment.
I love it. Oh yeah. Wait, Haley and Megan kiss in episode 5. I wrote that down.
And it's the one where she grabs her booty.
Yeah.
Which I think for all of us, we were like, this show got good. Finally.
It really starts heating up.
Yeah. 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 That was great. And then there was a moment when she said, are we going to tongue now? And I was like, is that how we're saying it in that house? No wonder we're not spending more time with Bridget and Ashley. When you've got one room that's like, you want to go tongue? And some people was like, do you want to go make a bowl? All right, producers, go to the tongue room. Yeah, we don't have much time for the bowl. Yeah.
Cut, do some B-reel, but otherwise, let's get out of here.
So just when you think the show is rolling along, they throw a cocktail party in the mix and they separate everybody by ultimatum giver, ultimatum receiver. And you're like, oh, this is cool. They'll all just like hang out, and you're like, oh, this is a whole mishmash of people who are literally, we know as a viewer, you are like making out and having sex with these people's current partner. And now you're in the same room together. Like, this is a whole thing. And the night before, I guess, this is when Dana saw Megan. whatever happened, Dana had her spiral. And
Yeah.
she calls Megan. And we don't hear the whole
Mhm.
conversation. We see one side of it because I guess they could not afford producers to go to the bar in Miami that night.
The guy running, he didn't make it to the bar in time. With the camera, he's sweating in the Miami heat.
We didn't. I shot some on my phone, but it was really loud in there. So we just have Dana on her balcony, like crying. And then we have her telling Mel, she just told me to F off. And so then the next night's the cocktail party. And like everybody's.
But before she hung up, she said, I'm going back to Michigan. Bow, 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 bow.
Shout out to Michigan. Wow. So there's a couple people from. So Dana's from Michigan. No, Megan's from Michigan too.
Yeah.
Because they're both
together.
Together. That makes sense. So the cocktail party, that's when Mel is like stink eyeing Megan the whole time. And you're like, who are you? Whenever Dana's with a girl, the girl she's with gets super like, I will die for you. Then this moment is Mel. And Mel's looking at Megan like, I'm gonna need to speak to you for a moment for hurting the heart of my sweet, sweet practice wife. And Megan was, I thought, generous. I would not have gone over there and been like, who are you to tell me I can't tell my girlfriend to F off? I've earned that right. Like,
if Mel even talked to me, I'd be like, I'll smack the out of you right now.
I did not care for Mel. I did not care for Mel's attitude. I did not care for
one of those every shot. Yeah, but I liked what Megan. I thought Mel and Ashley were kind of mean, but then when Megan was hanging out with her friends and they all went when they walked in the room, I was like, all right, there it is.
Yeah, we got to meet everybody's friends and family. I thought that was a great new layer, and because Megan friends was like, oh, these are people that I would see. Yeah,
it rounded out Megan's character a little bit. You realize how important that I feel like, I don't really understand the character arcs or what makes people do that. I think it would be tough to tell my lover of 3 weeks ago that I don't love them anymore because I met a stranger on TV, but they do it. And I go, oh, okay, next episode.
It is interesting when you watch people around their friends and family explaining what they're going through. I think that's when you think the bubble's going to burst, because this sounds crazy. This sounds crazy to say, because now you've introduced reality back into the world just a little bit. Here's some reality back. Now tell reality that you're actually in love with this person.
Yeah.
They're like, we're just vibing really well. And I've never met somebody like you. Do you hear yourself? You sound crazy. You know,
all
so if you make
friends were like,
they're like, yeah, okay. I mean, you seem nice and all.
Sure. Yeah.
And we got to hear more about Megan and Pilar, both at separate points throughout the show, shared about their families not being supportive of them coming out, which I can very much relate to. And I really enjoyed watching other people like surround and support them and love them through those moments. Like the host, Kyle's parents. Oh, was it Haley's dad? Who was it?
Haley's dad. It was Haley's dad, right?
Yeah.
He was like, I think Haley and Pilar specifically rubbed me the wrong way because of a 10-year arrangement. If you go, hey, we should get married or I'll leave you, it's like, well, we've been together for 10 years. In some states, are we not common law married? Like, what is this? What are you doing? Right. But then they connect in a way but also right now Haley and Megan are connecting. So how real is anything, Kristin?
How real is anything? We don't know. They're bubbles. It's the bubble effect. It's the bubble effect. So they go to these cocktail parties, shenanigans happen. You're confronted with the fact that this has happened. And then Haley sticks her nose in where it doesn't belong. I think.
Oh yeah.
She starts that by saying like, hey, I just want to pull you aside and tell you some shit that I don't actually have firsthand knowledge of or can actually confirm, but I just need you to know that it is really happening. And like for the viewer, I'm glad it happened because I'm like, someone needs to stir this hornet's nest. I want to see and also I want to see how people react to it.
Yeah, I like it.
Because then there's a moment in the car where you're like, are you going to own up to it? And then she flat out lied about it. Yeah,
she lied.
Because Maria was like, we got to talk mid-show. I hear you're doing it all the way with somebody, and AJ doesn't even like. I have to take my shoes off every day and you're out there sticking it in something, is it true? And Mel's like, nah. And I yelled at my TV. That was when I almost threw something at the TV. I was so mad at her.
It wasn't even a good lie. That's what hurt the most. They were like, Dana was like, did you do it? And she was like,
no.
Nah. Or whatever. Like, it was so.
That's it.
It was crazy to me.
I got so frustrated. And then she goes up. And of course, what happens is, instead of it just being like, wow, this is real now, it's just like, well, and they go and blame Haley, which of course is what you do. You just go, let's find someone else to misplace our anger on. We're mad at Haley. She shouldn't have stuck her nose in, which she shouldn't have, for whatever, whatever. I probably would have done the same thing. If I messed up, it's hard for me to let go. I'm like, girl, what I heard? I heard they're doing it all the way.
I heard
she grabbed her ass on a balcony, and I heard they were going, That's what I heard.
I heard it. I was next door.
I heard it.
I had a glass to the door. I heard everything.
Yeah. But also, it is weird that like Haley's passing judgment when she's literally going all the way. Why do I say like a 1950s teenager? They were going all the way. They were going steady, and then all the way, all the bases.
That's what I loved about Haley. Haley was like, "Hey, if I do it, and then if I say other people are doing it, can I get away with it?" And they were like, "Yeah, okay." Like,
I guess so. I mean? Yeah.
The logic of like that.
It is, I guess, a heavy weight to carry, and I'm not a good liar, and so I'm sure that like if I'm carrying that lie, the best I could do is like, they're doing it. Like, I gotta feel a little better.
I'm spilling the beans right away. I don't know how they're not all in a group chat.
The sex playlist is happening at the same time. We don't find that out until later. But apparently, and I'm an old person, I'm like, you can have shared playlists on Spotify, babe. Do you want to have a shared playlist? She's like, no, your music sucks. I'm like, I don't even know how you do that. So they've got the shared playlist. She invites her. Mel can't even afford Spotify with her food truck money. And so Dana's like, I got you, girl. I'll get you Spotify. You can share playlists. And they like title it like Queer Ultimatum Season 2, Mel and Dana's sex playlist. And then make it public.
Yeah, they sure do.
And then they get caught.
They get right caught. Yeah.
They get right caught. And and it's a thing. And then it's denied, and then the definition of, well, that doesn't come to the reunion, but let's talk about it. What's the definition of sex? What did they do? What constituted sex? Did they have sex or did they not have sex?
I think that is I think if I go, hey, did you have sex with them? And you go, well, define sex. I go, then yes.
You did. You had sex. Yeah.
The answer is yes or no. Cause even if it's not my definition, you like the presence of the quantifier means that you did some shit that.
I had a friend that had some interesting rules with open relationships. They didn't have an open relationship, but she was allowed to lay down kiss with people. I'm like, what does that mean? You can lay down kiss. So does that mean like how far can you go? Like, can you go up the shirt? Can you do like grinding?
You better not.
I don't think, that to me is like, it's cheating. It's not sex. But I think any type of genital touching in any way is sex.
I'm going to go crazy and I'm going to say, if you look a little bit sexy at someone, I'm counting it as cheating.
Oh, I like this. Okay. So they've already cheated. They've cheated. That's cheating.
You're already not. And I think that's why they keep characters like Kyle and Bridget on, because you do need a little bit of a voice of reason to be like, okay, we are all adults here and we are all just on a TV show for a couple weeks. Let's not do anything crazy. And then you see 12 other women around them doing absolutely crazy behavior. Right.
We're going to do face, mouth, insert objects. We're going to Amazon Prime some toys, we're making sex playlists. We've just helicoptered in the biggest thing we can put inside someone.
Biggest.
And meanwhile, Kyle's like, I'm so sorry, I kissed another woman and I feel guilty about it. And I feel like it betrayed you. And I feel like is disrespectful. And you're like, yes, that is the answer. That is the answer. If you make out with someone else while you're with someone, that is disrespectful. I'd be like, what do you qualify as sex? We lit a candle. We only put a few things in each other. Only 4. It's like how many? 4. How many is
sex?
I don't know. Anyway. So that all happens. They go. So then they go back. They switch back, and we don't have a ton of time to to wrap this up. But yeah, they switch back and they go to their original partners. They have a big conversation. People get called out. And I felt like there was a lot of anger directed at Haley for being the tattletale.
That's because they don't want to own up to their own bad behavior, though. Like, it's so. That is also when I stopped liking Haley, but a little bit just because I thought, just have your plot. Just have your plot. Like, grow up. You want to be on reality TV? Grow up and be interesting. Don't throw other people in this. Oh, I saw them. I have proof. Shut up. Be more interesting.
I'm a tattletale. I had a big brother. I don't know what I would have done. I'm pretty sure I would have tattletailed. So they go back. They go back for the last 3 weeks with their original partners, and this is where they find out. Like, we see if couples grew or did not grew. Grew, yeah, and immediately what the absolute 180 from Megan and Dana, where Megan's like, I don't even know, I can't even look at you, to like within minutes. She's just like, I Haley owed you an apology. It's like, what just happened? What happened in those few? They've got something like that was deep and dysfunctional that like their bubble came back. They have a bubble.
They have a bubble. Yeah. They have a bubble.
Yeah. Old bubbles burst, new bubble. Because the last night, everybody's writing each other letters like, we're going to be together forever. And then within moments, it's like those 3 weeks never, ever happened. Matching tattoos happened.
Matching tattoos.
They said they were going to get with their partner. But still, like, moments later, they're like, nah, I never talked to her again, ever.
Oh, wait. Yeah. The oxtail. Did the oxtail come up yet?
That was AJ and Brittany stuff, though. Like,
no, I know.
As mad as they were about the oxtail, it was just like, come on. You watched Buffy without me? Like, come on. Yeah. That's our thing. Yeah.
That was cute. No, yeah. I did. I specifically the anger and animosity I would have toward my partner if they just did stuff that was for us. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that does hurt. That does
tattoo,
hurt. Yeah.
I get tattoos. Oh, sometimes they don't mean anything. But if we said we were going to get a tattoo and then you waited 3 weeks and did it without me, don't.
If the other girl came back and was like, oh my God, then Molly and I did the Macarena together in bed, I'd be like, there's nothing sacred?
No, it's nothing.
That's our thing. That's our dance. We do the Macarena at bedtime sometimes. How dare you? That's part of our secret wife handshake. You showed our secret wife handshake to a stranger.
A stranger.
So yeah, this is where people like, and that does seem like they got a tattoo together.
That's crazy.
How fast it never happened is what I think the last part of the show where they back with their relationship and most of them got back on track. A couple didn't. A couple, this was just like a deal breaker.
Yeah.
So Mel and Marie did not make it. They're done. And
I'm happy about that.
And they seem there's like, from Marie has a lot of animosity towards Mel, which good. Not a big Mel fan. And and she sat there right there on the show and said, please don't make me look like a fool. Please do not make me look like a fool. And then had to watch the show and be like, see right there, that's how you made me look like a fool.
That's what as a viewer made me is I really empathize with this. Don't make me look like a fool. Do whatever you want.
She knew though.
Go out and do.
You don't say that without instincts. She knew.
Yeah, breaks my heart.
Like, don't lie to me right now because you're lying. Don't do it. And she lied.
I'll find out.
Yep. That's Molly and I said over and over again. Do you not think this is going to air someday?
It's coming out.
It's coming out.
It's coming out.
It's like a murderer on Dateline. It's like, it may take the police forever because they're stupid. But you're going to get caught. They're so dumb. It could take 13, 20, 80 years. They're going to catch you eventually.
There's such a time between the release and the finale. My heart would just be beating in my chest if I lied. You know, it's like the Telltale Heart, but it's the Telltale reality TV show.
Telltale food truck.
On your wife.
Food truck of lies. Come on.
Yo. Life is a highway that a food truck is driving down. I don't know. I'm bad at making up songs. That's your thing. You're so good at
it. So who didn't make it? AJ and Brittany are still together.
Yeah.
Kyle and Bridget made it. I think Kyle and Bridget's parents, we did not say enough about them on this Rewatch podcast.
I cannot love them.
They dropped so many truth nuggets. They said amazing. The only part that made me laugh though was when Kyle's mom to Bridget was just like, we kind of liked Pilar because she had a job.
Yeah.
Damn.
I
You're
liked how
great.
responsible the parents were. They were like, no, okay, so I support you or whatever because you are a liberal arts major. Like they were such like
Yeah, you're both
college
artists, but
students.
how
Yeah,
will you buy
they're
a
just
house? We're
like,
like, we don't need to
yeah,
buy a house. We're like,
they were so
okay,
reasonable.
okay, great.
The dad even goes, he goes, no, this is cute, but we love Pilar.
Yeah.
Like Haley's dad was
Yeah.
like, I'm glad you're
They
back.
really liked Pilar. Yeah. They were one of the highlights of the show were the
Yeah.
pets and Kyle's parents. They were amazing.
Parents.
Who else didn't make it? So Mel and Marie showed up separately. Oh, Ashley and Marita did not make it.
Yeah.
Oh my God. My favorite part of the reunion too was one was like, well, you cheated on me. Like, you cheated on me. Or whatever. I think I made up the Walmart parking lot. But it's like
No,
that so Florida, so quick.
Dude, when Marita goes, you know what? I hate you. I was like, everyone shut up and let her finish. Like I didn't, but everyone in the room was like, hey, hey, hey. I was like, no, no, no. Let her have this.
Yeah. Or she's like, oh boy. And both of them threw in dying or dead relatives. This got Florida so fast. No offense to Florida, but you have it coming. It got so like, how dare you? My grandma was sick. And everybody's like, we all have dead relatives. Keep it in your pants, ladies. Like, it was a lot.
I felt like when Ashley ran off, Mel had her back, and then when Marita needed a moment, Brittany had her back, and I go, that's what the real symbol of, because I don't want ever Mel to be in my corner, but Brittany, I want her to be like, that's my wife, and I'm gonna take care of her.
Yeah,
it's like she's fully marrying AJ. They've worked out all their issues, and she goes, you're not gonna be mean to my wife. We spent 3 weeks together. Yeah. We watched Norbit together.
We watched Norbit together. Yeah,
I loved it.
Video. I don't know if we said enough about Megan and Dana and what happened to them when they got back together. Whatever that was, it doesn't feel good.
Yeah.
But they made it. But it doesn't feel good.
Did they
it feels a little controlling. I don't know. I can't tell. Like I have a lot of opinions about them, but it doesn't feel good, whatever it is.
Someone on TikTok said that that Megan was being hypnotized, and I was like,
"That's what it feels like."
That's a funny way to put it, but it did feel like that a little bit.
And like, I think rewatching the show, I'm like, I fall for Dana. I fall for what she says. I'm like, she has facts. She seems to be correct about some things, but I also think she might be a manipulative narcissist.
I think
I fall for that. I'm very susceptible to it. So I'm like, oh yeah, we could totally be friends. And then my life would suffer and it would get worse and worse and worse.
It would get worse
until eventually I had to in therapy cut her out of my life. But she seems really nice in the meantime and like a whole lot of fun. What did we learn from this show? What are our takeaways as we end this podcast today?
Oh man. Okay, perfect. Yeah. What did I learn? I learned that reality TV is interesting and people are people. I kept calling them characters and my girlfriend would be like, they're people. I'm like,
those are people.
The characters of this story I'm watching.
Yeah.
It's a book to me that's just I don't I think it's always, as a viewer, it's interesting what drives the plot, because I feel like in a perfect world Bridget and Kyle would be the main characters, but then in reality TV world they go, no, that's boring and weird,
because they're the most healthy ones, perhaps. But healthy is boring, and more toxic is more fun to watch.
And then I catch myself getting caught up in it and I'm like, damn, am I toxic? Then I'm like, no.
I mean, we're just watching it. We're watching the toxic.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah. We're not even participating in the toxicity.
I mean, we watch Dateline. I would watch a ton of Dateline, and I'm all like, am I a murderer? I'm like, no.
Wait, that's a good point.
Enjoy watching it.
It's fun.
Molly watched. I learned because Molly watched it, and she called me, and she was like, I'm watching this show. I just want you to know I appreciate you as my wife. And I was like, oh my God, what are you watching? She was like, I'm watching this. And so I watched it, and I was like, boo. I was like, if we were on this show and we were not together, I would want to date you. If we were on the show and we were together, I would want to keep you. Like, I feel like because I get to travel the country and see all kinds of different lesbians. I've met every lesbian from sea to shining sea, and I just keep going, I have the best one. And so watching a show like this and watch people struggle and everything, I'm just like, man, I'm so grateful that I have the partner I have and the communication we have and the little things we do for each other. And I just like if we, because we talk about we would never do this show, of course, but if we were going to, and she goes, you know what would happen? If you went on that show, you'd go on the show, I'd be a producer. And I was like, and I would fall in love with you as the producer and it would wreck everything too. So that's what I took away from it. Just how much
all your talking head confessionals are like, yeah, I'm on a date with this girl, but like, wouldn't it be cool if me and the producer of this show like hit it off? Maybe
that's
and,
literally
like,
kind of what happened on Last Comic Standing. Molly was a producer and I was a contestant. They're like, what did you think of the challenge? I was like, I think is Molly working today? Is Molly working? Can we stick to what's happening? So we're doing a challenge today. When's Molly? Is she going at 3? Is she on 3
is
today?
It Molly's shift?
Does she work nights tonight? Is she gonna? I'm gonna change clothes.
Can we get wardrobe to get me a shinier shirt? I'm gonna need a shiny shirt.
If that's what I walked away with. I walked away with, yeah. Adorable. I hope whoever's watching the show, they find a boo that they can watch the show with and go, oh man, whatever they're, however crazy they are, I'm so grateful to have you.
That's how I felt. I felt like AJ and Brittany figured it out. As much as I loathed AJ, but I really did feel like they figured it out.
AJ's not good single. That's what we learned about AJ. AJ's not good single. She's better with Brittany. Yeah.
I'm saying she's better. They're better together, and I value that. And then, but yeah.
I can't wait for season 3. I hope they do it again. I hope they release these very often. If you're thinking about considering being on the show, do it and literally jump in with both feet because it's more fun to watch you when you make bad choices. So
if you don't commit, future season 3 lesbians will find you.
We'll find you. Well, we'll probably follow you on Instagram regardless.
I'm going to follow you on Instagram. I love you. I think you're great. Future person who I don't know yet.
I think we're going to turn the podcast back to the Kristin Knows Blank podcast next week. So if you're listening to this has been a Lesbian Army Radio takeover. And I plan to do it more often because there are some things that are just so gay, they cannot go untalked about. And that's when the Lesbian Army Radio comes in to talk about all the gay things that we have not been talking about. And so from time to time, we'll just have to hijack my own podcast to put out the gayest podcast I can. And so until next time, you should subscribe on YouTube and you should find me online. Find when I'm going to be in a city near you. Follow Nicole Melnyk at McFancyVonPants and see us all over the internet. KristinKey.com. Goodbye, everybody. This has been really fun.
Bye. Love you guys.
The Lesbian Army Radio.